Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Donald Trump may not have named names, but many royal watchers believe he took a thinly veiled swipe at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle during a press conference in Scotland. Speaking warmly about his connection to the British royal family, Trump said, "Being with Charles, Camilla, and everybody, I've got to know a lot of the family members. They are great people. They are really great people." But then came a pointed add-on. In that sense, I think the UK is very lucky. You could have people that weren't great people. I don't know if I can say that, but you could have people that weren't. Trump didn't mention Harry or Meghan by name, but the implication was clear to many online. One social media user wrote, "I love the shade President Trump throws at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle," while another said they were sure he was calling them out. Despite all the cute stories about William taking Charlotte to the soccer game over the weekend, some royal watchers are pointing out that there may be more to the story. In the past, George has accompanied his father, but now that George is 12, the two heirs can no longer travel together. Hopefully, William is enjoying his secret super yacht vacation, as there are increasing calls for him to actually do some work, with pressure coming from the untouchable Princess Anne. Royal expert Ian Pelham-Turner told Fox News Digital, Prince William in the past had allegations that he was work-shy. The perfect prince image may be slightly tarnished, and Princess Anne takes no prisoners. My natural reaction is that Princess Anne will win this battle. The Sunday Times had reported William annoys his aunt when it comes to the amount of work being done or not done, with a source telling the Times she's still doing most of the investitures at Windsor, even though William lives there. It annoys her. Royal commentator Amanda Matter added, Princess Anne's well-deserved reputation stems from her ability to carry out everyday royal engagements without fanfare or praise. So, seeing William, who lives just down the road from Windsor, skip out on investitures she's still doing herself in her mid-70s, I imagine that would absolutely get under her skin. With fewer working royals in the fold, and even fewer who can carry out significant engagements like investitures, Anne likely wants to see William take on more of the foundational royal work, not just the high-profile tours and splashier events. The steady, day-in, day-out work is what keeps the monarchy visible and justifies their existence. It also feels like we're watching two very different generations define royal duty in very different ways. Anne's motto is, just get on with it, while William always seems concerned with what an event says about the future of the crown. We will attempt to contact William on the secret super yacht for comment. Secret vacations may be all the rage as Prince Harry has reportedly gone off the grid during a deeply personal return to southern Africa, revisiting places tied to his mother's legacy and reconnecting with someone he calls Mum. Harry reportedly began his journey in Angola earlier this month, walking through Africa's largest active minefield in Quito-Quanavale, echoing Princess Diana's landmark 1997 campaign to ban landmines. According to a report in the Mail on Sunday, Harry extended his visit into a week-long retreat, travelling next to Botswana, where he spent time with Tania Teague Jenkins, a wildlife conservationist, whom he has described as a mother figure. During this leg of the trip, Harry was said to have gone completely off comms for 2 days, turning off his phone and stepping away from emails to find some peace and quiet. A source said this time he took some more time and space, enjoying total peace of mind and being somewhat so remote that he couldn't even get emails or texts or calls. Harry has spoken movingly about Tanya and her husband Mike Holding in his memoir Spare, recalling how the couple embraced the wilderness in him after the death of his mother. Harry is reportedly taking a step toward thawing relations with the royal family by offering to share his official diary of engagements, a move intended to prevent future clashes over publicity and perhaps pave the way for a face-to-face meeting with King Charles later this year. According to the Mail on Sunday, Harry's decision follows last month's tension over his visit to Angola. His emotional retracing of Princess Diana's historic walk through a minefield drew widespread media attention, unfortunately at the expense of Queen Camilla's 78th birthday portrait, which was promptly overshadowed in the headlines. To avoid further diary-based collisions, Harry is said to be working on a more coordinated approach. The offer to share his plans reportedly extends even to Prince William's office at Kensington Palace. The tone is now all about deconflicting with his family, a source explained. Harry still doesn't like being controlled by the royal machinery, and that won't change. But if the royal family have full sight of his movements, they can at least plan accordingly. It's a significant gesture. This apparent change in tone marks a departure from the couple's previous PR approach. One insider told the paper that Harry and Meghan once relished publicity clashes, a strategy that now seems to be off the table. A friend of the Duke added, Harry hopes to see his dad later this year or next year. Things are moving in the right direction, but as always, with the royal family, they are doing so at a glacial pace. Charles is said to be sceptical of Harry's motives. Royal commentator Samara Gill tells Sky News Australia, I don't blame the king. I mean, that's a nice way of putting it for the hell that man has been through by Harry and Meghan. I can only imagine why. I mean, this comes on the week Netflix has cancelled their massive $100 million deal. I just think that the money is drying up for Harry, and he's coming back cup in hand to the king and wanting reconciliation. Queen Elizabeth's former spokesman, Dickie Arbiter, told The Sun, there's got to be a lot to happen between now and then. You can't just brush everything under the carpet. The Oprah interview, the 6 hours of Netflix slagging off the royal family, the book Spare. You can't just sweep that under the carpet. There's got to be an apology. More Palace in just a moment. If you are a fan of true crime, please check out our new series from your friends here at Calaroga Shark Media. It's called Celebrity Trials, and it's covering all the cases that are currently going on in the court systems, along with crime and justice, and all the stories to be told. It comes out daily. It's called Celebrity Trials, and you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. Check it out. It's from your friends here at Calaroga Shark Media, and we appreciate the support. King Charles is said to be very concerned about the potential for Donald Trump to go off script and off the rails during his upcoming state visit to the UK in September. Sources close to the monarch have told the Daily Beast that the king is particularly anxious about the US president using joint appearances to air inflammatory views, especially on immigration, while standing beside the constitutionally apolitical head of state. Tensions have already been stirred by Trump's remarks in Scotland this week, where he warned reporters that immigration was killing Europe and declared, you better get your act together or you're not going to have Europe anymore. One civil servant involved in the planning admitted the trouble with Trump is he doesn't feel bound by the rules. Traditionally, visiting leaders use state banquets at Buckingham Palace to toast the enduring friendship between nations. Trump, however, is a wild card. Even friends of the king privately concede that they'll be hoping for the best. One palace aide noted the only hope lies in Trump's apparent respect for the royal family. Adding to the headache is Trump's recent breach of royal protocol, flashing to reporters a private letter from the king in which Charles had extended an invitation to Balmoral for a low-key visit. Trump declined, reportedly preferring the grandeur of a full state visit rather than what he allegedly viewed as a photo-op handshake in the countryside. A former courtier told the Daily Beast, it's embarrassing for the palace. Trump saw that for what it was, an attempt to kick the can down the road. Amid all this, concerns about the king's health are mounting. Friends say His Majesty is exhausted by his ongoing cancer treatment and refusal to scale back his public duties. Queen Camilla is said to be encouraging to rest more, but as one insider put it, he is energized by the work, but he needs to take a break. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a nice review if you're enjoying the show. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.